That is it. Look at him. He is stretched. Wow. Man. And by the way, he's just not that guy. Shout out to Rayo, though. He has shown that he will fight big fights or key fights. And this may be the end of Chris Colbert on top level. And he's still down there. So let's talk about this. TstreeT Controversy with 5U 360. My bad, having some sound issues, so I have to manually turn everything down. They first fought. He is still down. I hope he's all right. If you've seen the first fight, it ended controversially. A lot of people thought, many people thought, the majority thought that he lost that first fight, meaning Chris Colbert, and he was talking a lot of shit at the post-fight press conference, basically calling him a crybaby. Rayo called him a crybaby, loser, sore loser, that he wasn't going to get no rematch, that he was going to move back down to 130, and now just to get starched like that. What was that, round number 8? And by the way, he was getting his ass beat from round number 1. Rayo came out fast, strong. Pretty much was like, yo, like basically on some Antonio Tarver, Roy Jones shit, like what's gonna be the excuse now type shit, you know? Good comeback win for him because he needed this coming off of 2 losses. To Chris Colbert close and then being stopped by Edwin De Los Santos, who had that nasty fight with Shakur Stevenson that I didn't watch, by the way. Just God is good. Now, you know, obviously, I'm not saying that Chris Colbert should retire. I'm just saying that he's on, you know, like, I'm not one of those fans. It's just that on the top level, you know, he's got to go back to the drawing board. And he's still young. He's only 27 years old. Let's go watch this knockout. Oh, caught him. That was a nice clipping right there. Nice pair. Wet the shit out of his beak. And he's just down there stretched. Here it is. Man. Woo! And he's just laying neck all on the rope. Or was he under? Is his neck on the rope? Like, you know? Let's see that again. Slow motion. Oh! Night. Oh, look at his face. He's fucked. He was, he's on the ropes. He's fucking. Don't let him asphyxiate. And so now the question is, where does Rayo go next? It's supposed to be an eliminator. Likely not a final eliminator, but if it is, I wouldn't be surprised if the WBA make me sick. So let me see here. Before we listen to the particulars, let's go look at the rankings at 135. Do I see him ranked anywhere? You guys see him? They've been going to a lot of ads like on this broadcast. I'm looking to see if Rayo's ranked anywhere. He is not ranked, but then again, coming off of 2 losses, that makes sense for him not to be ranked. But Chris Colbert is number 7 by the WBA. So you can expect him to get ranked by the WBA. So since Rayo has shown that he will take some tough fights, I'm wondering, you know, now the sky's the limit on for who he can fight next. I wouldn't say that he would duck anybody. You know, because he didn't have to take that Colbert fight after losing to De Los Santos. He didn't have to take this rematch, you know, but a lot of people, like I said, majority feel that he won the first fight. So you think they would do him versus Frank Martin? De Los Santos rematch?
And 45% of the power punches, everything other than the jab, you know you've done a good night's work. And when you have the 35 body shots, which were very well placed, good performance by Valenzuela.
Jose Valenzuela evens the score in emphatic fashion. Let's make it official. Here is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
By the way, take your time out. Please drop a like, subscribe.
1 minute 46 seconds in round number 6. He is the winner of the WBA Lightweight World Title Eliminator by way of knockout, Jose El Rayo Valenzuela.
I don't know why I keep calling him Rayo.
The light shining bright tonight.
It was the sixth round knockout. Put his ass down. Or as the young kids say, put his dick into the dirt.
How much had this been wearing on you, the controversial loss in that decision 9 months ago?
As soon as I went back home, I went straight to work. I want to thank Chris. He's a hell of a fighter. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. It takes two to tango, so, I'm very grateful for him.
Chris, are you okay?
Yeah, let's run it back. We won it one.
I want to say, man, I want to say thank you, man, to you and your father. The bet is off. That's childish. Have a good holidays, man. I love you guys.
But let's run this back. We won it one.
I don't think he can beat Rayo.
Definitely. I got to tip my hat off to him because he brought the best out of me. He made me kind of like adjust, kind of like find things instead of just
Rayo.
obviously throw my combinations, but go back to work and look for the openings.
That first round was very reminiscent of the first fight in the first round. Did you think you were going to be able to put him away this time? And were you concerned that if you didn't and this thing goes to another decision, it can be the same type of fate?
I wasn't concerned. I knew I was in condition to go 12 rounds. So I was just being patient. I didn't want to rush it, punch myself out.
Here we take a look at the replay and give us your assessment from your vantage point.
I was just teeing off on him, throwing my combinations to the body, to the head, mixing it up. He's tough. He was holding on.
And then he finally goes down. This is the first round. And now I believe we'll jump.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be stopped in the first round.
Tell us what happened.
The second time he turned lefty, so I was getting bait jabs so he can catch him up front. And then I dipped a little bit and shot the right hook.
Landed clean, and that was the end of it. And he's been attended to by Dr. Gene Stringer.
Ass up, face down.
Here this evening. So now what?
Everything happens for a reason. I gotta thank God. I was patient, but I beat him twice now. This was the title eliminator, and I want to fight for the title. So Tank Davis, let's get it on, man. Let's give these people a great show.
You think you're ready for that?
Sorry?
Think you're ready for that?
I think I'm ready. Put my heart and soul into this, and I beat him twice, and I think I deserve it.
And his call for a rematch lands on you how?
I don't think the fans want to see that. I beat him twice. I'm grateful for him giving me the rematch, but I don't think they want to see that.
Jose, congratulations. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. I want to thank all my people, all my family, toda mi gente de México, Sinaloa y Sonora, toda la Washingtera. Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you, Al Heyman. Yeah, he's right. I don't want to see a third fight because I do feel he beat him in the first fight. So I'm not, I don't think they can really sell that, even though this was a co-feature. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be covering the David Morrell fight tomorrow. I'm about to finish watching UFC because shit is picking up. And then also Bam is on his way to the ring as well. So I'm sorry, David Morrell. We're going to have to cover you in the morning, Jack. Take your time out. Like the video, subscribe, and TstreeT Controversy with 5U360.